A bit expensive sometimes, and his pace has dropped over the years, obviously, but
And that
and it didn't. Good start by the skipper.
you see because of the first three batsmen for Nepal, which is Gyanendra, Paras and Sarad. Certainly
You in a 50-over final, you add 25 runs just for the pressure of the occasion. It's going to be interesting. Strong batting lineup. They've got to keep a tight line, and this is where Singapore have been very.
And that's dropped at third man.
That's a great effort, but bad luck.
Short ball outside, but fingertips.
Very hard to pick those shots. They drop on you very, very quickly, and it's hard to kind of figure they're falling in front of you. All catches that either fall in front sideways are a lot easier.
Ball outside off, left by Sharad.
It's what wickets does. It keeps pushing you back as a batting side, and what Singapore should try and do is keep the pressure on to keep picking up a wicket, and not just think of containing, because I keep saying this every time, it's a very, very hard ground to contain a batting side on.
Another ball outside off. Gets the edge towards third man. One bounce straight through to the fielder.
Which was a fabulous effort. And he'd had one in Vinod's over as well when the ball was hit high in the air, I think. And
Good first over by Amjad Mahbub.
is this a bowling change?
Over.
Well bowled.
Nicely bowled and well fielded. Not giving the batsman any opportunity to rotate strike. Nepal should be a bit careful here. If the dot balls pick up, that can lead to a false shot. So they need to look at least rotating the pads. Not a very big turner of the ball, but gets the ball to move ever so slightly.
Which is probably why he gets the new ball. He's very accurate. He's very hard to get runs off, and he bowls these darts into you, and you can see the pressure he's already creating on Sharad, who's a new batsman on strike. He's only played 5 balls, and I think what Nepal need to do is just compose themselves and play sensible cricket. What they don't want to do is give another wicket to Singapore at this stage. Even if they fall behind the run rate just a little bit, they can always pick it up. Oh, that should have been caught. A chance goes missing. As I was saying earlier, Singapore will have to field out of their skins if they want to win this game. And
The last two balls, Sharad trying to go inside out. Go to Sharad. He could see that Sharad was well played by Gyanendra Malla. Straight down to long on for a single. Winod's bowled his third over.
He's it's worked so far, and
good morning, folks. Good to be back in the commentary. Misfield there behind Swear.
35 for 1 after 5.1 overs.
I certainly would agree with that one. So far, so good for them. Chase.
Short ball. Short. Got behind the line. Great swivel. And gets it over the square leg boundary for 6.
Amjad will have to summon all his experience. Amjad will have to summon all his experience now for the rest of the 4 balls. Already gone for 2 of the first, gone for 10, sorry, of the first 2. Let's see what he's got in his bag of tricks.
To keep his balance really strong. He's very neutral on his feet, and he plays to the merit of the ball. Really good batting.
Yes, for all the youngsters out there watching, it's that's where you're going to get maximum value for your shots. Folks, we have about 600,000 people overall at some stage or the other. Our feed has gone into, and
That's a brilliant shot again. Really waited.
will not be happy with. Twenty runs already in this over.
Cash, I can already see.
A couple of drop catches so far. If they want to stay in the, it's criminal to bowl short or give the bat.
At the Rangoon road end, bowls off spinners, usually from around the wicket to the right-handers, cramping them up for room. Tends to again dart the ball towards the batsman's pads. Usually has a very tight leg side field, trying to encourage the batsman to play on the offside.
Yeah, he's done well in this tournament as he is. He's a consistent performer, and hopefully
As much as he can. He's faced 7 balls. Spinners. So from a Singapore perspective, and has been going really well this innings, 37 of 19. So he'd be looking to take Salar on.
I hit.
Salador has
Keep it to his 50, and he got out. New batsman.
and ज्ञानेन्द्र
as well. They've done well throughout the tournament too. And I'm sure the Nepal fans were also counting heavily on at least one of them coming through and playing a long innings.
8 बलमा 3 रन मात्रै जोडेर अहिले क्रिजमा छन् भने अब दिपेन्द्र सिंह ओइरी नयाँ ब्याट्सम्यानका रूपमा आएका छन् उनले 1 बलमा 1 रन जोडेका छन्
Taken far.
Reverse played, really smartly played past short third man for 4. Smart. He's someone who's played for Nepal for a long time and has grown up the ranks of playing under 15, under 17, under 19s for Nepal, and he's come through that sort of a route for Nepal, and he's bringing all that experience here into play.
You're gonna want to try to predict the type of ball.
र अर्को बल डट खेलेका छन्
Hit straight back to the bowler. Amjad Mahmood has signalled to Ananta Krishna,
कृष्णकै
the
सातो
team's
बारको
leg
खेल
spinner,
सम्पन्न भएको छ
to warm
अहिले
up.
क्रिजमा
Ananta as well, very passionate about his game.
Wrist spin, has a very good flipper.
Well, he's going to have to pull all of that out of his bag of tricks if he is to help Singapore's cause here, as I had started saying. Know that ranked overall to the next stage for the World Cup qualifiers will be a big boost for the Singapore boys. Let's see what they've got coming up.
शरद भेश्वाकारले 10 बलमा 7
From a
रन
field
जोडेका छन्
perspective,
7
Ananta's got
ओभरको खेल
a
सम्पन्न
long on,
भइसक्दा
a
59
deep
रन
square leg.
र 2 रन
Swept
जोडिएको
and
छ
swept
दक्षिणले
fine for a couple.
Long off. Good start by Ananta. Getting it right up there, causing the batsman to create a shot. Really well bowled by Ananta, enticing the batsman to come down the track.
सातौं ओभरको पहिलो
Really well bowled by Ananta.
बलमा 2
darted it
रन
onto
Ready and wanting to step out of the crease. Did that the first ball he faced.
Dipendra.
टीएस डेभिडले
Irie.
77 रन
Stay
जोडेका
at the
थिए भने
crease.
रोहनले 49 रन र मनप्रीत
Sharad
सिंहले
goes
42 रन
straight at long off.
He's taken some what a brilliant catch. All the youngsters watching out there. A great lesson.
सिंगापुरका खेलाडीले
As the new batsman comes into the crease.
I've just been told, in fact I was part of it, I should have known. Zubin earlier highlighted if Singapore had to get some lies the opponent.
And as he runs that down to long on for a single, and also lifts the morals of your team when your teammates see you do something spectacular, something they are doing on the field.
Really well bowled by Ananta, just outside off stump. That's 8 overs gone, 63 for 3.
Definitely game on. I was going to ask you, Sharon, Nepal's batting depth.
अन्तिम ओभरमा नेपालले 4 रन मात्रै
You've seen
जोड्न
them
सफल
play
भएको छ भने
a couple more matches
एउटा विकेट गुमाएको छ
earlier. Your
रिक्वायर
thoughts?
रन रेट 10.75 पुगेको छ भने करेन्ट रन रेट केही
Nepal's
घटेर
got
7 पोइन्ट
got a deep they all know each other well, similar type of batsmen, so they tend to bat deep. And the wickets as well in the subcontinent helps them to sort of bat deep as well, because they're playing in sort of similar conditions. And to get ODI status. So certainly bat deep and a good side.
8औं ओभरको पहिलो
Dot ball there.
बल डट
First
भएको
up.
छ सिङ्गापुरका खेलाडी एक डट बलमा सीमित गर्न सफल भए
Optimize your
Right,
chances of
Kumarle.
getting that boundary.
Nepal 3 wickets down. They're still going for their shots.
16 वर्षका
And he's headed straight back to
रोहित कुमार
Salador, who's taken a
all-rounder
cotton
खेलाडी
ball.
हुन्।
Brilliant, brilliant. He's more than made up for that drop catch
यसैबीच
earlier.
यहाँनेरि अर्को
Uh,
समस्या पैदा भएको जस्तो देखिन हामी सक्छौं
and Nepal definitely in a spot of bother now.
एम्पायरले थर्ड एम्पायरको सहायता लिएका छन्
My oh my, what are we seeing here, Cash?
Well, for Singapore from here on, they just have
यसमा
to,
विजय कुमार
let's say, all the way through.
नेपालको लागि लगातार विकेट जानुले निकै समस्या पैदा गरेको छ भने
The new
लामो
batsman into the crease is
निकै
Binod
ठुलो
Bandari,
दूरी
the
पछ्याउनु पर्ने
Nepalese
छ
wicket keeper.
रिक्वायर रन रेट बढिरहेको
Have you
छ
seen
भने
him bat
विकेटहरू घटिरहेका छन् अहिलेसम्म
earlier this
4
tournament?
चौथो
Not quite
विकेट
cash.
गुमाइसकेको छ नेपालले
But I'm glad to see him batting now.
ओभर 3 बल खेल्दा
Well, Nepali
67
fans will
67
definitely be
रन मात्रै
hoping
जोडेको
that
छ
he
उसको
goes
लागि
on to score a big
जितको
one from
टार्गेट
here for
भनेको
Nepal. Things are going to
192
be a bit difficult, as you can
रनको
see there.
Nudged away. Back of square for
विनोद
single.
भण्डारी
For a batsman.
Absolutely. Cash, you touched on this. I'll get to that in a second. A couple of the celebrations by the players. It just goes to show what it means to them as well. Singapore have obviously been working hard over the last, say, 12 months, trying to put in the
विनोद भण्डारीले
brought back
बाउन्ड्री
and taken him through the
रूपमा
offside.
प्रहार गरेका छन्
Like I was saying, Cash, Singapore have obviously been training for a good period of put in the fittest. It goes to show that if the hard yard's been done, how much of an opportunity it presents. One, to play good level of cricket, but also
पछिल्ला
make an
2
impact.
ओभरमा मात्रै
Oh
नेपालले
yes,
2टा
absolutely
विकेट
spot on
गुमाएर
there. Game. We were talking about this earlier as well in the Malaysia-Singapore game. Almost, I thought there was going to be another catch behind square there, the way the ball ballooned up. Always pace.
He's the first bowler to get that much of turn on this wicket as well, and that is the impact a good leg. Ambitious shot there by Binod, but again he's looking to break the shackles. Shot ball hit straight through to sweeper on the offside. Day in, day out, try to make sure the right facility and the right infrastructure is in place for the cricketers.
Oh yes.
Well bowled again.
Fielding
coach Rehan, Mr. Rehan, Arjun Menon, Jamal
Yes.
De Silva, this Shoaib Raza, ample amount of really good bowling here by Ananta, really keeping things tight. A bit more ambitious with their cricket, and he's keeping things simple.
Yes, that's a very important point there, right? Keeping it simple. When you young Rohan Rangarajan, the way he batted today was just absolutely sensational. But what got the better of him was that unconventional shot, which, like Zubin was mentioning, he probably should have tried a bit later in the innings. That
wicket गुमाएर
Singapore winning the toss and batting first. Great shot, well fielded by Tim
brilliant effort.
at sweeper, keeping the batsman to 2 runs.
Yes, very good effort there by Tim. He's a tall lad, not that easy to run and get low on the ball to pick that up in the boundary, but very good effort.
He's picked up the catch.
Another brilliant catch out there in the end. Who's taken that? Singapore at this stage definitely in the driver's seat, unless
Something special from this point to get across the line. Singapore playing 91
क्रिजमा करण केसी
for the loss of 6 wickets. For Nepal, Abhinash Bohara picked up 4 wickets and Karan Casey with 2. Nepal, currently 79 for 5, opened up with Paras Katka and Gyanendra Mala. Mala scoring 39, Paras catching by Singapore to this point. They've certainly been quite energetic and quite spirited on the field.
Oh yes, they've made up for those early fumbles and a couple of drop catches. Second by Chetan Suryavanshi. Nepal 6 down. Singapore certainly.
Lily Cash just made me think about the different winners for the where England came up on top. Could there be something truly called home ground advantage?
Yes, it used to be. It actually used to be a jinx before. It used to be. All you youngsters who are watching out there, some fantastic balls bowled that Anish took as well in the second ball of this over.
It's
been a terrific performance. Singapore have really tightened the pressure, and they've caused the batsmen from Nepal and probably some bat in it. No, it pitched outside leg. Chetan Suryavanshi pulled off the most spectacular catch. I think that was a catch that met international standards. If somebody were to ask me what the turning point of
that catch,
was it Janak?
I thought
I'm sorry.
okay. Down to 2. Sorry, that was Tim. My apologies, folks.
And from here on, Nepal will need something superhuman to win the game for them. 4 wickets.
Indeed. Effort from the lower order batsman. Straight
Down without a fight, and he 3 runs from here.
spot on there. Zubin, you sometimes, you know, sitting in that driver's seat, sometimes you can get a little bit lazy, thinking we've got the game in the bag.
Time to time, where the last 2 or 3 wickets have come and taken the game away. So Singapore. Good fielding, good pressure.
Yes, slightly expensive this over.
But he still bowled a beautiful spell so far, 19 in 3.
Definitely. For a leg spinner. It's Kumar bowling his last over. He's been a consistent performer for Singapore over the years, Selador.
This shouldn't worry Singapore too much at this stage. Dot balls and ones. It's as long as they can keep.
Every so often.
But Sompal and that shot told you that there's a lot.
For a couple. Yes, that 6 was a very. Oh,
probably hit him outside off stump, the point of impact. And with Selador coming around the wicket, he's probably not going to get a lot of turn, and the ball's probably sliding down. That said, it's still a good shout. I think as a player, it's the one thing you want. You're fine. 4 wickets for 25. What a performance that is by the off spinner. A great spell, probably a match-winning one. We'll see how the game goes, but excellent effort under the circumstances.
Indeed. Throughout this tournament today, he'll be happy.
4 wickets in a final. It's a huge effort.
Oh, for sure. Back in as a batsman's taken. Okay, there's a bit of misfield there, which has resulted in a 4. Exactly to, was it Surendran? No.
Surendran.
It was Surendran. Complacent.
Yes. And there's the run out.
there was never a second run in there when the ball was hit out at deep extra cover. Dipender Singh, obviously understanding that they have to try and go for maximum runs.
And somehow they even he was fortunate the throw went to the keeper, but
there was plenty of time.
there was plenty of time if he
way.
decided to come. Janak kept his cool, caught the ball and took the bails off. The umpire clearly had no hesitation in giving that out.
Exactly. Just that importance of keeping your eyes on the ball. That's
and
what
keeping
it
your
is.
cool. Yes.
A wild swing there. Good. $100 up, 100 for 7. Not looking pretty for Nepal. It was an interesting shot there. It was like a swat pull.
He's a talented batsman, Dipender Singh. He's got so much time. The way he swatted that ball. Janak he's medium fast, and he dug that in. But the thing I've noticed in this inning in particular have been Amjad Mahboob's field placements, which have been pretty spot on. I know I was a little critical in the beginning of the fielder he had at deep square. And that's another wicket. Looks like it.
Yes. Fingers gone up. Singapore crowd's just absolutely going wild out there in the pavilion. I can hear the background noise in the background. For Manpreet, Nepal 8 down. Singapore from this point on going to be next to impossible for Nepal to make it a big win for themselves. This which out at as the with this score and this number of wickets, you do it. Finishes off with a dot ball. 1 or 2 for 8 at the end of 14.
You could probably discuss that if there was Nepal or Dipender looks good, but I don't know how much Basant Regni can bat.
They might be able to bat and bat well. That's sort of pulled behind square for a 4 by Dipendra.
Vinod's got to finish well here. This is an older ball now. It's not the new ball that he was bowling with. So he probably needs to adjust his line a little bit and move a little more towards the offside, because the ball will come slower off the wicket, and adjustment.
Right about that, Zubin.
He doesn't mind that single, gets Dipender off strike. No,
There you go. He's but you was, as you with his catches and
importantly, what I feel is he's a very to a player, and especially a lead. Very well bowled. He
brilliantly taken.
This reminds me of which was, you know, it's etched in my memory.
A calm lead. Years.
I was reading Shane Warne's book, No Spin, recently, and he rates Mark Taylor as one of the best. Alan Border and Mark Taylor as the two best captains he's played under.
Boys, as you can see, the celebrations, all them going wild. Out there, the crowd is just loud cheering them on.